Man, I heard something this morning and I was like, whoa. Okay, that's news. The WNBA owners have a new offer on the table. And I got to tell you, if the players don't take this offer, they're idiots. They're idiots. There's no excuses. Because by the time you get to the final year of this offer, the final year of this deal that's on the table, the max players are making what you're making in Project B, $2 million.
Man, I heard something this morning that genuinely made me stop and think. I said to myself, hold on, this is real news. According to multiple reports, the WNBA owners have put a brand new offer on the table. And honestly, if the players don't accept it, they're making a massive mistake. No exaggeration, no dramatics, just reality. Before anyone jumps in and calls me a hater, understand this clearly. This isn't my opinion alone. This warning is coming from David Sampson, a man who spent 16 years running a Major League Baseball franchise as president of the Miami Marlins. He now hosts a business-focused sports show alongside a former ESPN CEO. This guy understands money, ownership, and how leagues survive or collapse. And on national radio, he said something that should scare every WNBA player. He said the league could fold. Not someday. Not eventually. He said it could end this year. That's not clickbait. That's a former professional sports executive telling the truth as he sees it. According to Sampson, WNBA owners are exhausted. They've been losing money for nearly 3 decades, and now they're ready to walk away if negotiations go sideways. Here's what makes this situation even more shocking. While this offer is sitting on the table, the WNBA Players Association just voted to authorize a strike. That means players could stop playing at any moment. No games, no season, no league. They're threatening to walk away from the best financial offer in WNBA history. Let's break down what that offer actually looks like, because a lot of people don't seem to understand how big it is. Under this proposal, the maximum base salary would reach $1 million by 2026. With performance bonuses and revenue incentives, that number could rise to around $3 million. By the final year of the deal, top players would be making close to $2 million annually. Right now, the current maximum salary is just under $250,000. That's not a small raise. That's a massive leap. We're talking about salaries increasing 4 to 5 times across the board. The average salary would jump from roughly $120,000 to over $530,000 in the first year alone. By the end of the agreement, the average player would be earning around $770,000 per season. Even minimum contracts would reach $250,000. Let that sink in for a second. This is a league that has never turned a profit. Not once in 28 years. The NBA has been covering losses every single season, pouring tens of millions of dollars into keeping the WNBA alive. And now, when owners finally put forward a deal that could change players' lives forever, the response is a strike threat. David Sampson didn't sugarcoat his reaction. He said if players keep pushing for NBA-style revenue sharing, the league will end. Not might, not possibly. And here's the issue with the revenue sharing demand. In the NBA, players receive roughly 50% of basketball-related income. That works because the NBA generates over $10 billion per year. The WNBA does not. The league reportedly brings in around $200 million annually, and most of that goes straight into operating costs. There is no profit to split. You can't divide money that doesn't exist. Sampson pointed out that the players made a critical mistake by declaring this their moment. By doing that, they put pressure on themselves to demand everything at once. Higher salaries, revenue sharing, better housing, charter flights, health benefits, all in one negotiation. That's not how successful unions operate. Smart negotiations happen in steps. You secure big gains now, lock them in, then return to the table later once the business grows. That's exactly how the NBA Players Association built its power over decades. Incremental progress, compounding benefits. Instead, WNBA players are trying to skip straight to the finish line. From the owner's perspective, this feels like a slap in the face. They've lost money for nearly 30 years. They finally secure a stronger media rights deal. They increase investment. And before they can even see a return, players are threatening to shut everything down. And here's where things get even more dangerous. If there's no collective bargaining agreement, every player becomes a free agent. That opens the door for alternative leagues. Investors with deep pockets are already circling. Sampson specifically mentioned that this would be the perfect moment for a rival league to pop up and poach top talent. If that happens, the WNBA doesn't survive. Not because of sexism, not because of lack of support. It would die because of internal conflict and unrealistic expectations. Adam Silver and the NBA wouldn't fight to save it. They'd walk away, say they tried, and move on. Sampson also raised an uncomfortable question that no one wants to ask out loud. If the WNBA disappeared tomorrow, how many people would truly notice? Yes, record-breaking games pulled in around 2.5 million viewers last season. That sounds impressive until you realize NBA Finals games average over 11 million viewers. From a business standpoint, the WNBA's biggest moments still resemble regular season NBA games on a random weeknight. That doesn't mean the league isn't valuable, but it does mean its margin for error is extremely thin. And that's what makes this timing so painful. The 2024 season was supposed to be the breakthrough year. Caitlin Clark brought millions of new fans. Angel Reese created non-stop conversation. Arenas sold out. Sponsors showed up. Momentum finally existed. And now the players are risking all of it. David Sampson believes the players will eventually cave. He thinks this strike authorization is mostly posturing, a way to save face before accepting the deal. Because when you really look at the alternatives, none of them are better. Strike and lose income. Go overseas for less money. Join a startup league that might collapse in 2 seasons. None of those options beat guaranteed, life-changing salaries. But there's still real danger here. If players believe their own hype and refuse to compromise, the league could genuinely collapse. Not because fans failed it, but because negotiations failed reality. Think about the non-star players. The ones earning barely 6 figures. Many are one injury away from being out of the league forever. For them, a $250,000 minimum salary isn't politics. It's survival. It's security. Yet stars pushing for symbolic wins could cost everyone everything. The league's offer does include revenue sharing, just not in the form players want. It's tied to growth benchmarks. If revenue increases, players benefit. That aligns incentives. Demanding guaranteed percentages regardless of profit does not. This entire situation shows how fragile the WNBA still is. One bad negotiation can undo decades of effort. One emotional decision can collapse a league that finally found momentum. My prediction is simple. The players will accept the deal. They'll frame it as a victory. The media will celebrate historic raises. And most people will forget how close the league came to disaster.